So if you've been following along with the show, you may have heard some of these announcements, but I want to let everybody know that coming up on May 8th, I will be over at the Monocle hosting the singer-songwriter storytelling event that I've been doing. This is now, this is actually the second one. The first one went really well, and Laura over there at the Monocle said, let's make this a monthly thing, and so we're doing it. May 8th, I'll have Allie Vogler of the River Kittens, Leah Osborne of One Way Traffic, and Dan Johanning of The Wilderness. And so those three will be up on stage at the same time, all taking turns sharing songs and stories behind all these songs. And tickets are $7. Can be purchased at eventbrite.com. And we're going to kick off everything about doors at 7:30, music at 8. Should be over by 10. So come on out and have a great time with us at the Monocle over there in the Grove, right by the corners of Kings Highway, Manchester. So also coming up a little bit later in the summer, July 8th, over at the Old Rock House, I will be hosting this year's 4th annual Rock Paper Podcast birthday show. And I'm really pumped for this event. This is a big deal for me. These are always a lot of fun. And this year I've invited along my friends, the Scandaleros, Old Souls Revival, the Sophisticated Babies, Matthias and the Pirates, and the Many-Colored Death. And we're going to have a really great time over there at the Old Rock House. Tickets are $10 for that event. And it's kid-friendly. Come on out. Bring the whole family. Have a great time. It's going to be a Sunday, fun day kind of event. We're going to start about 1 and music at 2. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see you all there. All those details for both events can be found on rockpaperpodcast.com. And, of course, events on the Facebook page. Click RSVP. I hope to see you all there. Thanks, everybody. Hey, everybody. Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast. I want to tell you about my friends at Music Record Shop. Find them over there in the Dot Zack building in the St. Louis area. Or you can shop online 24/7 at musicrecordshop.com. They'll have new records in every Friday. I just had a great time hanging out with those guys for Record Store Day. I'm sure you can swing by and still pick up a couple of leftovers from that. You can also follow along with them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All kinds of records and tickets given away throughout the day over there. And be sure to check out the exclusive meet and greets and record signings they've been doing. So everything's at musicrecordshop.com.
A podcast is kind of like it's like a radio show that's not on the radio. It's on the internet. Does that make sense? Uh-huh. Yeah. That's also like my mom. It makes it sound more confusing, doesn't it? It sounds like this.
Hi, we're Blues and Grass, presented by Sanchez & Sons Western Wear, and you're on Rock Paper Podcast.
Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast, y'all.
Hey, everybody. Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast, coming to you from St. Louis, Missouri. Hanging out tonight with the guys of Blues and Grass.
At the Homestead Holler.
What?
At the Homestead Holler.
Oh, the Homestead Howler?
Yeah, it's the home of Blues and Grass.
Yeah, there we go.
Right.
But yeah, you guys want to introduce yourselves for everyone listening?
Sure. I'm Jim Brankoff, also known as Bud North Jr., and I'm the bass player.
Mike Demery, lived in Granite all my life, play the harp.
Whispering John, play the guitar.
Yeah, man. I'm and we're missing
Walt Miller. He's the mandolin player.
Yeah, so we just a trio this evening. We've had a little jam session here. We're doing some live tunes, so we're missing a little mandolin to go with those. But it's a lot of fun getting some of these recordings. But I thought this would be cool to come hang out and get to know a little more about you guys, and just to get to some of the stories and things. And
sure,
we've been seeing the name around town a lot. I know we have a lot of mutual friends and things too. I guess the first time I started taking notice was you guys played a co-bill with Cluster Pluck at Oyster Bar.
Yes, sir. No, at the Imperial Club. in Granite
oh,
City.
that's right.
Yes.
You didn't-
The oyster bar, well,
Yeah.
we wish one of these days. You know.
Well,
But-
they do a lot of that. They do bring in a lot of. I thought it might have been that one, but yeah, they do bring in a lot of people in to split bills with them at Oyster Bar.
I'd love that. That's
but yeah,
awesome.
you guys played Imperial Club.
Imperial Club in Granite City, and we had the opportunity to open up for Cluster Pluck. We did a 1-hour show, and people enjoyed it, and Cluster Pluck enjoyed it, so we was happy when we got
I
done.
believe the swag's going to be there in a couple of weeks.
Cut that out.
Jeez.
So anyway, we opened up for them. We met them. I started going to the Broadway Oyster Bar with Dan Rogers, as a matter of fact, and we went over there and we had a good time. And man, from the start, I just enjoyed their music and their Americana folk style, and all their originals were just funky beats that you just had to move to. So that's where I just started going over there, and then we got the opportunity when they were brought over here. Buddy of ours, Dan Rogers, says, "Hey man, you guys want to open up for the Cluster Pluck?" And I said, "Do we? Of course we do." So yeah, that was a great opportunity. We played around town for I guess about 5 years now. We've been so far as Pontoon Beach, so we're moving far. But we've for 5 years we've had ups and downs, and players gone and came, but we're still kicking and stronger than ever now. So.
Yeah. Very cool, man. So 5 years. Where's the idea even get started though? Like you guys.
Well, about 7 years ago, me and Jonathan, Whispering Johnny over here, Jonathan Foster, he came to me and he says, "Hey brother," he says, "I got a guitar, man. You want to learn how to play?" I'm like, "Well, sure," And my uncle gave me a bass and loaned me an amplifier and give me a chord. He said, "Here you go," and I walked out happy with it and walked away. Got together every day with this guy about 7 times a day for 2 years straight, and we decided to
All day,
grab
every day?
Yeah, all day, every day for 7 times a day. Just in between the kids and in between the work and every chance we got. So finally, we got good enough to where we said, "Hey, we'll add this lead player. Let's find a lead player." My cousin Richard, man, God bless him. He's great, and he was with us there for a long time, and inspired us to get that much better. And that's how Blues and Grass came, was us 3 original members, and on our T-shirts, that's our commemorative three-person. Along with Mike's harp. Don't forget Mike's harp. Oh gosh, don't forget Mike's harp. But that's how I came up with the idea for our T-shirts, was the 3 original members of the band, and so the rhythm, the bass, and the lead guitar, Telecaster, Stratocaster, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So then, like I said, people came and go, came and went, and we kept it up no matter what. It was always classic country and bluegrass, and we throw some rock and roll in there and have a good time at it and do it our way, and have fun with it. And eventually we got the ball rolling, got some paid gigs. We've played plenty of benefits, and we have plenty of musician friends in the local Granite City.
All the birthday pics.
Yeah, all the birthday pics. Don't forget, we have an annual birthday pic. I invited you to that. We have that every year here in the garage at Homestead Holler, and we have a good time just picking and grinning. And we decided to make it a band. We've been few gigs here around town. We're looking to spread out.
Yeah, man. So I guess always initial idea was for covers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I wanted to keep country alive. Back in the day, our dad played classic country for 30 years around in this town, so around this metro area. And he played classic country and old rock and roll, and stuff like that, rockabilly stuff. And, it was just, why not? I could sing it. I've been singing all my days, but we've only been playing, like I said, for about 7 years.
Yeah.
Started it up and said, well, let's just see what we can do with this country. Folsom Prison Blues was one of our first songs, just Johnny Cash just spit it out, EAB, and had a good time at it. And inspired us to do better and more. We've gained the crowd and the enough material to finally, do 4 or 5 hours worth of show, and we can mix it up. We've had two different shows in one night. We could possibly do, but when it came down to why we started it, I guess it was just to play music. We're brothers. We've been, all of our life growing up, and our dad it's a family tradition.
Man.
Our dad was a classic country guy, and so I figured I'd be too. So yeah, that's
Nice.
how it happened.
You, how do you guys go about putting together a set list? Do you guys, say somebody to introduce a song to the band, say, hey, maybe we should cover this one? And
Yeah, pretty much. We got a whiteboard of
Pretty much
dry
play what
erase.
we like.
Yeah, dry erase board. Somebody comes in and they grab a marker and they throw it down on there, and we jam it until we hate it.
Right.
If we hate it too much, then we'll throw it out. But if we hate it good enough, we'll throw it in the
We've
set
been adding
list.
a lot of fresh new material
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
interesting
Any-
to what we're doing,
Anything been
to our style. It's smooth. It's coming out real nice.
anything been shot down immediately that somebody suggested?
Play some Freebird or something like
Yeah.
that. We're just not that type of band. We can't, we could probably spit it out, but ain't the way you want to hear it.
Right.
So, we actually cover some Metallica, believe it or not. So we do.
Nothing else matters.
Yeah, we're
There you
working
go.
on Nothing Else Matters, bluegrass style.
Yeah, grass, man.
Yeah, exactly. And so.
Well, I love. Actually, speaking of Cluster Pluck earlier, they're hitting the road with Steven Seagal's,
Yes.
and that's like they do like bluegrass version of AC/DC and all
Perfectly.
that stuff. Like,
Yes.
Right.
and
That'd be
it's fun to hear that stuff.
Yeah, that's part of our inspiration for this
Right.
grass. We
Yeah.
just take rock and roll and just grass it as fast
Yeah.
as we can, and it's really fun.
Oh
It
yeah,
is.
yeah. That's always a good time, man. There's a lot of different examples, but those guys are a ton of fun to watch. They kind of went viral with some of their videos of them doing it, and like it's a good time. So.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Them
Yeah.
guys are fabulous,
Yes.
man.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, man, that's what I was saying. Like growing up on this stuff, I guess a lot of your songs you cover are a big part of my childhood as well. Growing up, my dad was always playing classic country around the house and all
Yep.
this stuff, and so just a bunch of great songs, man.
Cool.
We did, like I said, we did do a little live jamming, and you guys, let's see, we did Jambalaya, which of course Hank Senior.
Hank Senior. Oh yeah, that's my biggest inspiration.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Joe. We got to go, me all night. We got to go, me on down the fire. My love, sweetest one, me on mine. Son of a gun, we'll have big fun on the Bible. Jambalaya, crawfish pie, really gumbo. Oh, tonight I'm gonna see my Shelby. Big guitar filled with joy and reggae. Son of a gun, we'll have big fun on the Bible. Play my in the door, found no place is buzzing. Info come see, flying by the dozen. Resting style, go around me on mine. Son of a gun, we'll have big fun on the Bible. Jambalaya, crawfish pie, feeling gumbo. Oh, tonight I'm gonna see Mama Sharon me. Big guitar filled with joy and reggae. Son of a gun, we'll have big fun on the Bible.
Cajun experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just a very prolific writer, man.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many great songs out from his catalog, and like I don't know, it's just I've been kicking around this idea. I figure if I put it on here, maybe it'll be stamped as
Trademark.
as my idea. But
Registered,
I've been kicking around the idea for a while. I think I threw it on Facebook like a year ago, but I want to put together like a Hank Williams tribute thing, like and call it around Thanksgiving. Call it Hanksgiving, and then just everybody do Hank Jr. and Senior and stuff. I think that would be a lot of fun.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Remarkable. Yeah, man. That'd be good.
Yeah. Just and that's like, I mean, it doesn't have to be directly classic country sound that Hank did. It's fun to hear people reinterpret songs too. Like you're just saying, taking rock and roll, making it bluegrass.
Yep.
You can do the opposite too and make it a rock song or make it a blues song or whatever.
Right.
So that's what I love, the way music and the lyrics are reinterpreted and stuff. And
Yes. We try to switch it up. We're not a tribute band, but we are a cover band. For the most part at the moment. Dabbling into writing as we speak, and doing fairly well at it. If I don't say so myself, and not too bad into getting the mindset into starting writing our own, because we're capable and we're just newbies, I guess you would say, at the whole let's make our own songs. We've been trying to get everybody else's songs as good as we can play them and perform them, and we're happy with them, and the people that have heard us are really happy with them. So we like to do it, and like I said, we're getting into the thinking, the mindset of we're gonna do some more originals. We're gonna write our own, but make them that style, that genre of music, but hip and new. So
is that I talk about it a lot on the show, and the conversation kind of comes up a lot. But like I have like this sort of bucket list, kind of thing to write a song, right? Have it recorded and things, and like I just think that would be. I'm a huge fan of music. I never performed or wrote or done any of that stuff. So like, but it's sort of a goal of mine. Right. And but for me, like, and I have attempted to write at times, like just like I'm gonna try to do something, and like, but when I do it, like being such a fan of music, all that's in my head is everybody else's lyrics, and like so, and especially like you as the singer and things, like you got to know all these words, and like, and to go and for me, like it's hard to shut that off, to be able to like hit, this is my original thoughts now. It's like,
well, like this song that I wrote, I'm not gonna endorse it right now because it's a kind of underground, but it's got Hank Williams influence in it, and it's got classic country, Johnny Cash, Buck Owens, probably some Stanley Brothers, some back in the day influence, and you can tell it when I play it, when I sing it, and we've been working on it a little more, trying to get it refined on the tune of it and the melody, but it's really, really influenced in what we have already done, our covers and all our genre that we play, so I think it'll jive really well, and it'll be our own.
I always feel like that too, like you go to a show and a lot of times the band's like, oh, this one's a cover or this one's an original, or they make that announcement sometimes, and it's like, what's really fun is when you can throw it in there and nobody can tell the difference. It's like,
they're just moving anyway.
Yeah, or you do, that's when they're like, hey, who does that song? Oh, that's ours. It's like that kind of that moment, like that'd be, that's the real trick, is that's when you've
done something.
Yeah,
good.
you know your sound perfectly because you disguised it right in there with everything else.
Right.
Walk around with it stuck in your head all the time.
That's the milestone.
Yeah,
it's camouflaged with all the rest of it. It blends perfectly. Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You we're talking Mike's harp and stuff. When did you learn to start playing harmonica and stuff?
Back in 1978.
Oh yeah.
A buddy of mine, we just used to get together and sing, just the albums and stuff that he had, and he was in a band, and he just said one day, why don't you try playing the harmonica? I bet you'd be really good at it. So I just happened to go into the music store and buy a C, and I just started practicing chords on it and just playing by ear along with music on the radio, albums, CDs, whatever. And just kind of gelled after 28, 30 years, It just kind of clicked one day, and I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? Just playing along, with pre-recorded music. I need to be playing with people that are creating music, So then I started hitting a few open mics. And when was that? I'd say 4 years ago, I started going up to Troy when Randy's was still there. It's Who Dats now.
Yeah.
Little plug in there for Who Dats.
Yeah.
But that's a great little place. Paul Jarvis does an open mic on Wednesdays. And I went there probably every Wednesday or every other Wednesday for about a year. And played with a lot of great older musicians and just local people, Really a lot of fun, man. I mean, I didn't think it'd be as good of a place to play music at than what I realized once I got in there.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of talented people in there.
Is that where you guys all met, or?
And no. I met these guys then probably 3 years ago.
About 3 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, I was playing with Pickin' Lickin'.
Okay, yeah.
And still do from time to time.
Yeah.
Actually, I told you guys before we started, I recorded with Spilly Nelson and that Ed set in. He was
Belling.
The bass
yeah,
player.
he was filling
Yeah.
he was filling on bass
Right.
for them at the moment for the show,
Right.
a gig they had coming up, and so it was cool to get to meet him from Pickin' and Lickin'.
Yeah.
So.
I actually got out and played the bass with him. A buddy of mine, Brian Willis, he's a banjo player, wood carver around here. He does a good job at picking the banjo, and he invited me. I met him through some mutual friends, some bluegrass pickers, and we got together, and I went to Pick and Lickin' show, and there I was, playing the bass with him, and all of a sudden, just jump on in there, Jim, and that's how I met Mike. Eventually, Mike was playing with Pick and Lickin' harmonica, and I was playing the bass one
You
time.
walked in one night and Ed said, "Get up here."
Yeah, that's my bass player. Get up here, and so we
And
clicked.
just our mutual love of music.
Yeah.
I was talking to Jim. Eventually, down the line, a few years down the line, he said, "Hey, let's start jamming at my house, man. Let's put something together."
Right.
And then Walt, our mandolin player, he's from Pickin' and Lickin' also. But he said, "Yeah, that's a great idea, man. Let's all put something together and."
Yeah. So me and Johnny
let's
got
take
with
off
Walt
with
and
it.
Mike, and me, Johnny, Walt,
So
and Mike. That's the
we've been,
band,
I've been with these guys for going on 2 years now. So
Yeah.
every Tuesday night we're here in the
in the jam cave.
in the man cave. Yeah,
In the jam cave at Homestead Hollow.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah. It's been a good run, man. So far, been a lot of
How long have I been sitting with you guys? This last roll.
Well,
about a year.
you had a year hiatus. He had a year hiatus out of the 5, but yeah. We had to switch to a buddy of mine. He plays in a hypertension St. Louis band, and he's a fantastic lead player. His name's Kenny Turcotte, and this man is an amazing friend of mine, and he's an amazing guitar player. But I brought him in to play rhythm with me.
There was no meeting of the minds, so
I brought him in to play the rhythm with me, and I said, "Hey, let's let me teach you some chicken picking, Kenny, because he's a rock and roller, man. He's a lead player, been from way back, So he actually came in and played with us for a while as a rhythm replacement, and then old Johnny Boy came back with us, and here we are, us 4, stronger than ever, freight training down the track.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, you can come see these guys live on May 2nd over at Doit's. And I haven't been over there. That's but I've heard the name a couple times
Yeah,
now.
it's called Doit's Village Inn. It's in Pontoon Beach, and they're really nice owners and bar atmosphere. Everybody's your friends, like cheers in there.
It's one of the top entertainment venues in the area here.
Absolutely.
Other than you got it, Little Eddie's. We call it Little Eddie's.
Yeah.
Well,
On Madison Ave, Namioki Road. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then you got Doit's.
yeah, Deutsch is the place we're playing, and we're gonna do 7 to 11 show there. 4 sets of good old honky tonkin', and
Right.
and some rock and roll mix and grass in there too. But
Yeah, man. You guys said a little rock and roll, and I think For What It's Worth is a good example.
right,
I mean, that's just a good old classic rock tune for sure.
yeah.
But it still has that country vibe to it.
Yeah,
Like
it's got
when
that-
Sure, a little rhythm, soul. You know.
It's the blues.
Bluesy.
That's where
Yeah.
the blues and grass comes from. It's
Definitely.
like classic country whining, crying or Hank Williams stuff, but you got that classic rock soul in there with the you just feel those type of songs, and that's why we play For What It's Worth.
Yeah, Bufflao, Springfield. That's Stephen Stills wrote that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Has something happened to me? What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there. He's telling me I've got to do that. Think it's time to stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Battle lines being drawn. Nobody fights and everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds. Getting so much resistance from behind. We have stopped. Maybe what's that sound? Everybody knows what's going down. What a field day for the youth. 1,000 people in the streets, singing songs and carrying signs. Mostly singing for outside. Think it's time to stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Paranoia strikes into your life it will breathe. It starts when you're always afraid. Step out of line, let go, and take you away. And you better stop. Maybe what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. Come on, stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. You better stop.
Yeah, man, great tune. And I think it's just kind of I think when Neil Young was part of that too, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, some great tunes out of that stuff, and but yeah, that's I think that's fun. Like it said, good example of some of the other side of what you guys can do as well. So
Yeah, absolutely. We're multiversed, I don't know about talented, but we're multiversed. So yeah, we like to mix it up. We love classic country and we love bluegrass, but we will definitely grass up a rock song quick and rock up a grass song quick, like you said.
yeah, man. I was listening to some classic country stuff on the way over, and I was Oak Ridge Boys, right?
Oh, yeah.
Elvira or whatever.
Elvira.
Yeah, man.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
Yeah, I love it.
getting that's I like to sing along and do the bass parts because I feel like I can. That's about all I can really.
About all
do.
you can hit. I'm there. I'm there. I got one part.
Yeah.
I had one job. Yeah, that's great.
I did the same thing when I listen to like the Temptations or something too. I like to try to imagine I was in the, in the
one
Temptations.
of the harmonies on it. Yeah, that's great though. That's good practice, and that's what I did when I started singing. Was just sang with the radio and learned the intonation with them.
When I first started, I couldn't sing a lick.
No,
I couldn't
boy.
sing along with the radio.
He still can't. Don't worry.
I could do a whole lot better than I could.
Yeah.
I'd do a couple.
Johnny does well chewing gum and walking at the same time.
So anyway, what you mentioned something about classic country, and I have to mention this. We're gonna have a radio commercial on 1190 AM, KQQZ 1190 AM, KZQZ 1430 AM, and another affiliated talk radio show. Get back to you with that. So yeah, we went up there. We're actually sponsored by Sanchez and Sons Western Wear now, and we went up there today. I cut a radio commercial today, and we will be on the radio within the week.
Nice.
Yes, so we're looking up here.
So you guys gonna be decked out in some new pearl snaps.
Oh,
at the next
you know
show?
it. Oh man, I got the Rafael Maya by the Rangers, and he's got Tony Lama boots, and he's got the crocodile skins, and that he's
Ostrich.
got the ostrich, and he's got fish boots, and I mean beautiful accessories, all kinds of Western wear that you would
Belts,
see this
buckles.
you would see this in the PBR style
Bolos.
places, like Texas. Here's Texas. If you are from Texas and you want Western gear in Illinois, Sanchez and Sons is where to get it. No
Yes.
joke.
Collinsville.
Illinois, 8201 Collinsville Road in Collinsville, Illinois.
And that's that's great, man. Like just to having especially a local business, family business.
Yes.
Supporting what you guys are doing, and that's awesome, man.
Yeah, we're small and they're small, and we're like, hey, 50-50, man. Let's work together. So
Yeah.
We're of course we're gonna promote them. They're gonna promote us. We have I'm all spiffed up every show. I wear all of their gear every show, and they sell Stetson hats to, like I said, big old wide belt buckles that you'd see from a mile away. Boy, real nice, real pretty stuff, quality.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Very nice.
But we really appreciate them and Sanchez and his family for doing what he's doing for us. And
yeah, come out and check them out. But I think they're open 7 days a week?
yeah, they're open 7 days a week,
There
12
you
to
go.
9 p.m.
Yeah, man.
Yes, family business, man. They're kind of slow right now, and so I'd like to help them out because they're helping us out. So if you guys get any time to get down there, they got what you need.
Yeah. Tell them you heard about it on the Rock Paper Podcast.
Yeah,
maybe.
Jim Brankoff, Blues and Grass.
There you go.
If you're a cowboy, get in there. If you're a rodeo circuit runner, get in there.
PBR boy.
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you what.
Yeah.
Well, I mentioned you guys are playing Doit's on May 2nd, but you got a couple other things coming up for the summer. On June 9th, you'll be at the Melting Pot Market, you said?
Melting Pot Market. It's run by in downtown Granite City, run by the community here in Granite City. And we get together, and there's all kinds of booths and crafts and sales and foods and all kinds of good stuff, arts and entertainment style. It's a big event, once a month, as a matter of fact. They actually start May 12th and then go once a month after that.
Okay.
It's
We
the
might-
first Saturday every month.
Is
or
it the first? Second Saturday.
Second
every-
Saturday every month until like October.
Yeah.
Labor Day. I think it's Labor Day.
Right.
And then on July 7th, you guys are heading up to Canton Inn.
Yeah, the Canton Inn. We hit it big with the Canton Inn. I feel that place is well known with all of our local friends, our local musicians, and it's been there a long time. And when they said they'd bring us in, I was really humbled by that and grateful. So we're gonna play their early show, dinner show from 6 to 12. July 7th. I know it's a holiday weekend, but hey, I know you don't want to go out and camp, without Blues and Grass, so you can just come to Canton Inn. It's
I haven't met them, personally, but we've been talking through the internet, and I've plugged some of their shows. Obviously, they do a lot, like you're saying, supporting a lot of my friends that go up there.
Yes.
And so I've been plugging their shows on my list, and they're like thrilled with it. They're like, "Hey, thanks for including us. We're not from St. Louis, but thanks for including us on your list." And I'm like, "Well, thanks for support my friends." So I if you don't know, I do these lists of shows in town in St. Louis, and it's like it's not necessarily St. Louis city limits, kind of greater St. Louis, and everything else is included. But so I'm
they come in far and wide for everybody.
Yeah.
I know it. Yeah, I see it.
But I just thought that was fun that they were very appreciative of it. So it's nice to see.
Linda, the owner of McDowell, she's a real nice gal, and she's the one that allowed us to get in there. We're gonna grass their ass off.
Man.
We're gonna honky tonk the night away.
Yep. Let's throw one more tune in here. We got How Mountain Girls Can Can Love.
How Mountain Girls Can Love.
There it is.
There it is.
However
that song goes, it's okay.
He said, get down, boys, go back home, back to the girls you love. Treat her right, never wrong. How mountain girls make love. I'm riding the Nile and I could drill and on some time. Thinking of you, feeling so blue, wondering why you left me behind. He said, get down, boys, go back home, back to the girls you love. Treat her right, never wrong. How mountain girls make love. I said, how mountain girls make love. Play my remembering the nights, go down the lane, our hearts were gay happy then. You whispered to me as I held you close and hoped that night would never end. He said, get down, boys, go back home, back to the girls you love. He said, treat her right, never wrong. How mountain girls make love. I said, how mountain girls make love. Oh, he said, get down, boys, go back home, back to the girls you love. Treat her right, never wrong. How mountain girls make love. I said, how mountain girls make love. Come on, how mountain girls make love.
I wasn't as familiar with this one. You guys, who does this one?
If I'm not mistaken, I think it's the Stanley brothers.
Yeah.
Don't shoot me if I'm wrong, okay? But put the gun away, Johnny. All right. So I think it's an old bluegrass song that I play with a bunch of traditional fellas.
It is the Stanley Brothers.
It is the Stanley brothers. So it's bluegrass that I was inspired from another group of friends of mine that I play the bass with, and they're a group of old fellas, but really respectable guys. And they have a garage band called the Creek Bottom Boys, and I'm their bass player. So I'm just there sitting, we garage pick. They're nobodies, but they are wonderful people. And they inspired us to play grass.
One of them boys was in high school, man. Joe Watkins actually taught me, some of my first chords and stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of inspired me on the guitar a little bit, and then, Jimmy got the bass, and
Yeah.
I was like, hey man, I got an old guitar laying around the house. I didn't play or never really even thought about playing. I knew a couple chords. I was like, see if we can figure something out.
Yeah, that's it.
Man. Yeah, I've been around it all my life. Like I said, my dad was played some guitar, some harmonica, and played some bluegrass stuff and all. done a bunch of different things. Kind of dabbled in a lot of things, but like I just never picked up and applied myself to learn anything. I mean, I'm just like I figure if I tried, I could probably learn something. I just never had that natural knack to like in me to say, hey, try playing guitar or do whatever.
You're musically inclined. You're just on the other side.
Yeah, man.
Well, I like to think that that we all have our purpose, and like I feel like mine is just being a fan.
Oh, supporter, man. You're a huge supporter.
But if it wasn't people listening, then so
for sure, man.
We make it all go around.
That's what I always tell people. You're our biggest fans because without you, we're nobodies. Right. We're still a basement band. We're still a garage band. We always been before we started in the mess. It's really, really fun and really good to see people smile, to see people enjoy what we're doing, and
that's what I get out of it.
Guys like you help spread the word. You know what I'm saying? And we really appreciate
seeing them smiling faces and people dancing.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. It's not, we're not in it for the money. Obviously, we're in it for the fun and for the enjoyment because we like doing it and you like hearing it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, very cool. You did say you guys are you're working on an original. This is the first for Blues and Grass.
Yeah, it's the first of our kind.
But
it's our first rodeo, dare I say?
Yeah.
There you go.
But I'm guessing is that something you want to do a lot more of? You thinking?
We're gonna write a lot more originals. I've kind of like got past the mind block of I don't know if I can write. The kind of stuff that you doubt yourself and then you hold yourself back, and I know I have the mind for it.
Just not too long ago, I actually planted a seed in his head.
Yeah, he told me, he said, man, you can write, I know you can, and okay, well.
Like, man, you need to...
I'm like Eeyore over here, I'll do it.
Well, and when you get going too, I mean, obviously we have a bunch of friends that help co-write too, help you out in there, so... I think it would be fun, man, to, like I said, get some...
it all starts with an idea. Yeah, you got to have an idea.
Well, in the country business, we call it 3 chords and the truth.
There you go.
That's it, know.
I again, it comes up a lot, but I have a theory, a working theory that you hang around an old man long enough, you're going to write a hit song because they just like speaking these like lines, it's like...
Oh, yeah. Punchlines, hit lines,
damn, that's a hook in a song right there.
Right.
Like whatever they say, it's just like, just keep talking. Let me keep writing these down. Like,
genius.
It's like, but I just feel like, especially like country, like, they just like... So they say some of the things, and I'm like, where does it doesn't even make sense, but it does.
It does
it's like,
perfectly.
Right. It's weird.
Yep.
I get such huge writer's block. I mean, when I try to write something, I'll get started on it, and then it's like
blank out.
Nowhere. I'm like,
yeah.
We
won't blame it on any substances.
Me and a friend of mine out of his cabin had about 75 acres, sitting in the middle of nowhere, no power, sitting. He busts out these lyrics on his phone. Had for a while, and I was like, well, he's like, we should write a song, Foster, and I was like, well, sing it how you think you might have want it to be, and see if I can come up with something. And we come up with a first tape called "The Devil Has Arisen." Pretty good little tune.
Yeah, man.
Like I said, on the lyrics side, I can't really do it.
Yeah, he's the rhythm.
You can sing it, and I can pretty much.
He's got the rhythm, and I got the blues. That's
interpret the chords, one way or another. So
yeah,
it's like writing prose or poetry in an essence.
Painting any kind of
Just got to put your mind to it, man.
I love that Johnny Cash get a rhythm.
Oh yeah,
or life experiences. Man, that man wrote about a lot.
Oh yeah.
A little shoe shine boy he talks about in there. That's the bottom of the bottom. When you're shining somebody's shoes,
I love that song.
That's
I'll pick on that one a little bit.
That's starting from the bottom.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, man. But it's like you're saying, it's the truth. I mean, that's like, I think that's why I relate to a lot of these songs, just because it is something it's how I grew up. It's the way there's a lot of messages that I can connect to and stuff. So, I'm sure when you get to writing, it's going to be a lot of that same stuff.
Yeah, that's what my first song was pretty much inspired on. What I've been trying to do up the ups and the downs of Blues and Grass so far in the time span we've been together, and or that I've been attempting to keep us together, you know, and so we're tighter than ever and we're better than ever, and so I'm inspired to be better myself, and so I sat down and I took all that heartache and all that truth into this song, and I really am optimistic about how it'll turn out.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll get us a Blues and Grass album.
Yeah,
someday.
yeah, eventually, you know,
Yeah.
a cold day in hell.
I told
Boy,
him that the
that's
other
it.
day. I was like,
Yeah.
you got a whole album to write.
I got a whole nother 9 songs at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll put out an EP.
How long
Just-
did it take you?
Yeah, just 3 songs. That's it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're kind of in the digital.
Gotta.
We're in
the
the
garden.
we're in that digital age, really, where you can just do a single too and stuff, and kind of
The one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm good with that
that's
too.
all you
Get
need,
over and
man.
get on
Yep.
my studio a little bit.
Yeah, one-hit wonder, man.
But yeah, man, this has been a lot of fun, man. Like getting to hang with you guys, get involved with Blues and Grass. We got a Facebook page.
Yeah, Blues and Grass band. That's in grass, blues in, just the N, not and. A lot of people mistake that. I know I spelled it. So Blues in Grass and on Facebook, and we have almost 450 followers. We're working on 450 right about now.
There you go.
And gaining, slowly gaining. That's why we got the radio commercial. We're looking to book more gigs. We're looking to get well known. I know you've been hearing about us for a little while now, and we want to get out there. We really want to open up for Cluster Pluck at the Broadway Oyster Bar.
Yeah.
Really good stuff like that. That's what we're looking for. We'll never make it in this world, out on tour or nothing like that. We're not looking to, become millionaires off the music like we said. But if we could stay local and have fun, and people have fun with us, that's our point.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah.
And again, come see these guys live. May 2nd over at Doit's, June 9th, Melting Pot Market, and July 7th at Canton Inn. Feel free to stop by Sanchez and Sons and tell them Blues and Grass sent you. And,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, pick up a Pearl Snap or Stetson or
or a pair of Tony Lama boots. They
Yeah.
sell ostrich, alligator, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Uh,
But
Got some nice belts,
all handmade. Yeah.
vests.
Spurs. Oh, man, they got
Jackets.
spurs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Very cool. But yeah, thank you guys for doing this, and like I said, maybe we can, maybe you get that song ready to roll. Maybe we can debut it on the show or something.
definitely, man.
Yeah.
I'd appreciate that. I'd really be looking forward to that. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
As soon as we get our ducks in a row, we'll let you know and
Hell yeah, man.
come back
Let's
at
do
it, man.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
inspiring.
Thanks.
Well,
Will.
thank you guys. I will,
Thank you.
I'll see you all soon.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Peace out, man.
Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast.
Well, yeah, that was it.